In today's video, I'm going to show you the loot that I received from the Hobgoblin Champion Scroll on Old School RuneScape. I do want to say that there is a mini disclaimer. The loot will be different for every single person because the Champion Scroll you will get in a 1 in 5,000 drop from a Hobgoblin. So some folks might get super lucky and get it after 100 kills. Some folks might get it on drop rate, and other folks will get it after 28k kills, like the poor soul in the comment section below that had to do that for imps, and that is very tragic. With that said, I do want to go over the wiki first and show you guys what drops you can possibly get from Hobgoblins. And while I'm pulling that up, if you guys haven't already or don't know how to get the Hobgoblin Champion Scroll in the most efficient way, make sure to check out my quick guide on that on my channel. That said, here are the drops. You do have bones, which we're not really going to count because most of you will either be using a bone crusher or nobody's really going to run and pick up every single bone because it's not RS3 and we don't have things that turn actual items into notes. Other things that they drop: bronze spears, iron swords, steel daggers, iron spear, steel spear, and a steel longsword. Now, the problem with these, again, is they are not stackable. So you are not going to run around and go pick all these up and then run back to the bank. It's just not efficient. It doesn't make any sense, but I guess you do you, but I don't see that happening. Also, their high alch value is not worth it. Next up, we have runes. They have law runes, water runes, fire, body, chaos, nature, and cosmic runes. These are great because they do stack in your inventory and you will probably run around and pick those up if you are bored. If you're AFKing, then it's not too big a deal, but at least they stack in your inventory. Another thing is herbs. So if you have a herb set, make sure that you bring them because actually you do get a lot of herbs on this task, which again, I didn't look at the drop table before, so I was really surprised that we actually got all these herbs. But you can get basically all the herbs except Torstol. I was surprised at how many Renards I got. Things like the herbs really boost up the total profit that you make from this task, or just in general the GP, not necessarily profit, because you will probably be cannoning these Hobgoblins. Next up is seeds. These seeds aren't that great. You have potato, onion, cabbage, tomato, sweet corn, strawberry, watermelon, and snapegrass seeds. The only one you should really pick up is snapegrass and watermelon. Everything else is kind of pointless, and I wouldn't really waste my time picking up if seeds are something that you do want to pick up. So with that, they're only going to take up 2 inventory slots, so not really worth bringing a seed box unless you are really, really bored and just want to show off that you have a seed box, because sometimes it do be like that. They also do drop coins as well, so you can run around and pick those up if you would like. The cool thing about limp roots is that literally they drop 1 in 5. It's tragic because you're not going to sit there and pick them all up and go to the bank, but if you need some, this is also a good place to get them from. They also drop goblin mail, and they do drop trading sticks, but only in a certain place. You're not going to be getting any here. That's only if you're doing them on Karamja. So if you're following my guide, you won't do that. Next up, we have the gem drop table. So make sure that you bring your gem bag just in case you get some gems. I actually got a decent amount of uncut diamonds, which is actually insane. So that's something that you can look forward to, with some extra cash and some crafting XP for those Iron Men out there when you're doing this task. Other than that, you just have the clue scrolls, beginner clue scrolls. Now, I had a beginner clue scroll in my bank that I haven't done, so you will see I didn't get any clue scrolls, but you can get them 1 in 70. And then, of course, you have the Hobgoblin Champion Scroll at 1 in 5,000. Now, there is actually a difference between the armored and unarmored, so I do want to point out that you do get a bunch of other seeds as well, but they are super, super rare, so it's not worth really bringing your seed box, but that's really kind of the only difference between the unarmored and the armored. Not worth bringing a seed box unless you're really bored, because these higher seeds, look, 1 in 11k. Hopefully you don't waste your RNG on that, so I wouldn't worry about a seed box. With all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the total money that was made. I do want to say that I did get the Champion Scroll at 5,168 kills, making this only the second Champion Scroll out of 8 so far that I have went over, and it was only by 168 kills, but I do want to say that I just don't think the Goblin race likes me because I've only went over on my Goblin task and now Hobgoblin, so hopefully that's a sign that the other 2 tasks I won't go over, but we'll see, because we're almost halfway through Jokers right now, and we still haven't got it, but we're making a lot of money on medium clues. With that said, you will see that the bones obviously are up there. We did make a total of 1.43 mil, but you will see that the bones are up there, so you can also take away that if you want, which is about 400k, so really this challenge, you will get about 1 mil if you go to the Hobgoblin threshold for the Champion Scroll of 1 in 5k. Again, Renar seeds, absolutely insane. Another thing that you can probably take out is the Limpert roots, because you got 900 of them and they're 173k, but again, you're not going to run around and pick them all up. You also got Avento and Canadine, Quorm, almost 40k on coins, some nature and law runes. You also, for me at least, got a Snape Dragon seed as well as a Renar seed. There's also some Irits and some Harlanders and Lanodyme. So again, this is kind of why I say to make sure you go and get your herb sack, because you can make a lot of money off of herbs and they don't take up any space in your inventory. So definitely highly recommend that. The other thing I did want to call out is Iron Spears and Bronze Spears. Decent money, 76k and 49.1k respectively, but again, you're not going to go pick them up. The same thing with the Goblin Mail is only 42k. So if you think about all of those, you're going to be missing out on hundreds of thousands of GP total. So that's going to bring your profit down to like 600, 700k. And I do want to scroll down here to just also mention that we did get 5 diamonds, which is pretty insane if you remember that drop table. And then also 8 rubies and some emeralds, as well as some sapphires. You also have your cosmic runes and fire runes, water runes, and body runes. So I did want to call that out just because, again, the stackables are great, the gem bag is great, the herb sack is great. Honestly, those are the only things you need. And you can see down here, I did get the Hobgoblin Champion Scroll. So with all of that, I do want to call out that honestly, this task is probably only closer to like 500 to 600k, because again, you're not going to run around and pick up all the steel things and the iron things and the bronze things. It just doesn't make it worth it. You're not going to run around and pick up the bones. You're not going to run around and pick up the Limpert. I mean, you could, but that would be super inefficient to do that unless you had like a teleportation method. I guess the other method is, I think there's a deposit box in the crafting guild. So if you have 99 craft, well, I guess you just need, yeah, I think you need 99 crafting to actually use it. I could be wrong on that. So you may find a way to go and run to the crafting guild, deposit, run back, and do it that way. Again, I'm probably going to get called out on that in a video if I didn't say anything, so that's why I just want to bring it up. But again, you're probably not going to do that, because if you're that far in the game, you're probably not going to waste your time picking them up. And with that said, guys, that is all I have. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like for the algorithm. Also, if you want to know the quickest way to get champion scrolls, make sure you check out all of my quick guides on my channel. I'll also be doing a champion boss killing guides as well, so make sure you check those out. And with that said, thanks again for watching. I hope you have a good one. Peace.
Turn up the summer vibes. Get off your phone one time, would you come outside? Cause we all here chilling. Yeah, it's the same old, same old, same. No, we don't play no games. Oh, they wanna talk. Why they gotta hate on me? Damn. But I am not tripping. I'm fly as a pigeon. This girl's been eyeing